Hello everybody and welcome back to the FM23 Youth Academy only Guiseley save, and it is everyone's favourite day in this series. It is Youth Intake Day and we've had a bit of an upturn in form. Let's have a look. Yes, hello everybody, and if we look at the opposite corner to where my face is, we'll zoom in on it right now because Editing Dave knows what he's doing when he talks like this. We are 15th in the Premier League table, which is absolutely incredible. 34 points from 30 games, still a minus 20 goal difference, but we are 5 points ahead of Middlesbrough. Now, I have double-checked that maths because my maths is not very good after a day's work, as we found out a few episodes ago. But, yeah, 5 points clear of relegation at the moment. 8 games to go. It is Youth Intake Day as well. I mean, we've got Man City next, but we said we need to be in a good position before the season finishes because of our run-in. And, yeah, boy, it's looking tough. But it's pretty close, actually. Norwich are 8 points off safety, but then you've got Bournemouth who are 7 points off it. Middlesbrough are joint with Wolves. They're only 4 points behind Leeds and then 5 points behind us. And Leeds and Wolves have a very good goal difference of -2 and -7. Now, I have taken stock of all the comments that I read and reply to about tactics, players, formations, systems, things like that. And we have changed to a more sensible system. We've gone back to the original Guiseley Liverpool-esque 4-2-3-1 DM AM wide, and it is working a treat, to be honest. The Charlton game, weirdly, in the FL Cup 4th round was the one we started in the 4-1-3-2 strikerless. We changed to the 4-2-3-1 system and actually won the game 2-1, which was lovely. Goals from Trent Fuchs and Alpha Koff, and then we kept it basically after that game, using it and seeing how we got on. We beat Norwich 1-1. We drew with 1-0. We drew with Bournemouth 1-1. We drew with Man City and Spurs 0-0. Man City away from home 0-0. What a result that is, by the way. We beat Southampton 1-0. We drew with Leeds 2-2. We beat Aston Villa 1-0. We did get absolutely annihilated by Man United in the EFL Cup quarter-finals, but the board didn't mind because we'd done really well to get there. We drew with Leicester 1-1. We drew with Man United in the league 1-1. We then lost to them 2-0 away from home, but less said about that the better. We beat relegation threatened Middlesbrough 1-0. We lost to Newcastle 3-0, lost to Everton 4-0, lost to Arsenal 3-1. We were sticking with it, though, because we weren't actually playing too badly. We lost to Everton again 1-0, but then beat Blackburn 2-0, Crimson Mori with a double in that one. Lost to Watford 2-0, beat Leicester 1-0, lost to Aston Villa, beat Leeds United, drew with Leeds United. They got a man sent off, we couldn't capitalise on it, and beat Southampton 1-0. Now, what you will notice is that there are a few spattering of goals conceded, like 3-1, 3-0 in the league. But generally, we are conceding less goals. We are creating less chances, but we are also conceding less goals. So it is putting us in a better position. We're picking up good points. We're on a really good run here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games unbeaten in the Premier League is phenomenal. And we do find ourselves in 15th position with Man City, Spurs, Norwich, Bournemouth, Wolves, West Ham, Chelsea and Liverpool to finish. And that 3 games at the end is going to be very, very tough. We sort of need to pick up points against Norwich, Bournemouth and Wolves to have a chance. Because obviously Wolves are down there, Bournemouth are down there, Norwich down there as well. It's going to be tough. But yeah, we're in a good position. The fact that we do have to play Wolves, Bournemouth and Norwich, who are all below us, is good. We can pick up points there and hopefully be safe, but we'll have to see how we get on. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very tough end to the season. But overall, I'm very happy with how we've been doing so far. But it is Youth Intake Day, which is a glorious day in a Youth Academy only save because it's like transfer deadline day. This is, you find out who your good buys are, who your panic buys are, but the only good thing is they're all about 16. So let's go and have a look. So here we are then, a new batch intake, whatever you want to call it, of youth players, and it remains very early in their respective careers. These players, led by the very gifted Eric Klingspor, have a real chance of developing it into a golden generation for the club. Aha, yes, something else to mention, because Eric Klingspor is Swedish, and that reminded me, we now have not 1, but 2 more youth intake affiliates. One came too late to affect this one, but we do have. So just before we look at these players, we'll just go and have a quick look at this. The board still won't upgrade the youth facilities, but everything is now 20 other than that. But yeah, affiliated clubs. We now have BMR in Portugal, which was the first one we got. IK Sirius in Switzerland, no, in Sweden, which is awesome. We have the Newcastle Jets in Australia, which is really cool. And we have Roda JC in the Netherlands as well, which is good. So a good range of players, good little differences. Obviously, the Portugal guys that came through did a really, really cool job. Or the BMR, are we going to say they came from that team? Did a really good job in the last intake. So hopefully we see some good Swedish, Dutch, Australian, and we've got 4. Did I say 4? We've got 4. Why can't I remember one? Portuguese. Good players coming through. So straight away we have a Belgian, an Irish, Swedish, English, and another goalkeeper. Why do we keep bringing through such good goalkeepers? But yeah, interestingly, it says very gifted Eric Klingspor, but he's not the highest rated as a current ability player in the elite talent. So we'll keep an eye on that. Top talents, we have a Welshman and 3 Englishmen. Good talents, we have a Norwegian, 3 Englishmen and a Welshman. And then decent talents, we have a Swedishman and a Aston Goldthorpe, another Englishman. So let's have a look at Aston Goldthorpe. Well, 1/2 a star current ability, 2-star potential ability. Probably not going to work. Unambitious. We are getting to the point now where personality, if they've got a good personality, so, you know, professional, model citizen, resolute, and things like that, and they're not rated very highly, they may get given a chance because those personalities are useful to have around. But this guy, he's not looking dreadful, to be honest. Passing 10, first touch 11, technique 14. Can't tackle, but that's all right. Don't need to tackle too much in that position. Teamwork, vision, 10 and 9 isn't too bad. Good decisions, composure, bravery. I'd prefer the determination to be a bit higher. He's lacking quite a bit. I mean, he's got aggression 11 as well. He's not dreadful, but because he is 2-star, he's not really going to improve that much. Next up, the Swedishman, Christian Okello. So jumping reach 14, balance 14. He's 6'6", bravery 17, aggression 10, heading 8, marking 9, tackling 8. Again, as a no-nonsense centre-back, he pretty much has everything he needs. Work on his anticipation, his concentration, his positioning. The technicals will come up naturally. The physicals will come up naturally. It might actually be worth a go keeping him. Fairly professional, so a good personality as well. A decent personality. It would be interesting. Might be interesting to see how he's going to do. Swedish, Ugandan, English, so he ticks all having multiple nationalities box, which I like as well. It's interesting. It is interesting to see him as a no-nonsense centre-back. I mean, we don't use no-nonsense centre-backs, but he might be worth just keeping an eye on. Right, into the good talents then. We'll start at the bottom and just work our way to the top. No, we won't. We'll start at the top and work our way to the bottom because Paul Brady is the worst current ability out of the lot. Englishman, centre-back, can play centre midfield. Unambitious, so not amazing. But tackling 11, positioning 10, heading 9, marking 5, not ideal. Bravery 14 is very good. Anticipation and concentration are really low. Jumping reach is low. He's 5'11". He's not going to cut it for me at centre-back. Sorry, Paul Brady. Next up, Norwegian, Øyvind Magnus Rosnes Hansen. What a name. He can play left back, centre mid, holding mid, left wing back, and left midfielder. 1-star current ability, 3-star potential. Okay. There's quite a lot to take in here. He's got a balanced personality. He's got an amazing name. He's 5'11". He's 15. He's born in Grattangen. We'll go with that. Marking 11, tackling 10, heading 9, determination 14, positioning and teamwork's a bit low, 8 and 5, work rate 10, aggression 10, concentration 10, natural fitness 10, strength 12, jumping reach 11. Again, he could have something about him. You got to remember, 3-star potential ability is a decent to good rating for the senior team, so he could potentially have something because he's got concentration and aggression already 10, which is good. Get the anticipation up through training if we can. He's determined, which I like. His positioning needs to improve as a defensive player, but he's strong. He's got a bit of jumping reach about him, marking, tackling, heading. Yeah, defensive fullback. Potentially a centre-back, although 5'11" is a bit short. A holding midfielder. I think he's going to lack too much for the mental attributes in terms of getting the end up. It would be left-back, and then I think he's going to fall down because he'll be defensive. So, yeah, not sure. Great name, though. Absolutely cracking name. Øyvind Magnus Rosnes Hansen. Amazing name. Attacking midfield left, Jared Everts is a mercenary who's also volatile, media friendly and confrontational. No, he's not getting a contract. No, next, move on. With that sort of no attributes are jumping out at me. Terrible personality and media handling, so no. Another left midfielder, Ken Gibson, 1-star, 3-star potential ability, acceleration, pace, fitness, good, ticks the physical boxes, determination's good, leadership's good, off the ball's low, work rate's low, passing's low, first touches 9, crossing 5 and dribbling 12. Again, there could be something here. Light-hearted personality, not too bad. Unflappable media handling is good. There's potential. Runs with ball often. That suits good dribbling that he's got and good pace. Tries to play way out of trouble. Where's his flair? Where's flair? Flair 4. Not brilliant. Knocks ball past opponent. Yep, that will suit his acceleration and his pace. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, a 3-star potential puts him in line with Achapong. So, and he's our starting sort of left mid, left winger. So, it's not dreadful, to be honest. It's really not dreadful, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Ken Gibson gets a contract. Not sure about that. Midfield right, Chris Roberts, Welshman, 1-star, currently 2.5-star potential. Pace, acceleration, aggression, very good. Determination, flair, technique is good. Crossing is 8, dribbling 4, moves the ball to right foot before dribble attempt. So he moves the ball to his right foot and then falls over because he can't dribble. Off the ball 6, that would need to improve. But again, it's not a bad starting position for a sort of right winger, right midfielder. It's really not dreadful. Stamina's a bit low at 7, but plenty of time to work on that. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Be interesting to see how he gets on, to be honest. Right, on to the top talents. We are getting close to the very good players who will keep a little bit longer and go through in a bit more detail. But first up, we'll go top to bottom again. James Hume, left back, can play centre back or right back. Welsh, he is not very good at all. 6 foot, 15 years old, unambitious, unflappable. Teamwork's good, bravery's very good, aggression's good, agility's good, stamina's good. Jumping reach 11, tackling 8, marking 5. I mean, heading 3, he's really not going to be a centre back, is he? Heading 3, concentration 7, anticipation 5, positioning 6. He's really not a defender. 4-star potential ability means he'll probably get a contract to see if he can. Expects to break into the first team in the coming years, but understand his time is to come. Well, yeah, okay. That's fair enough. Right, James, moving on from James Hume. George Lamey, right back. 1-star current ability, 4-star potential. He's very, very brave. 20 bravery out of 20 is incredible. Aggression 15, good, like that. Passing 12, technique 12, first touch 10, leadership 10, work rate 10. He's a right back. He cannot run. I mean, pace 8 isn't dreadful. Strength 7, pace 8. Jumping reach 9, that's not too bad for a right back. Agility 11, acceleration 8, crossing 7, dribbling 7. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for this to be worth it. Temperamental personality, probably not going to get a contract. I mean, if you've got like temperamental or mercenary, I think you have to be an elite for me to consider signing you now. I think if you're in here, we just don't need that. We don't need the depth of player to mean that you need to keep those sort of players along. So we'll see. Jensen Strawbridge, 1.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, attacking midfield right. Again, that's better. That's looking like a bit more of a base. So you have crossing 11, dribbling 9, first touch 11. I'd say anything around, if it's a key attribute for the position at this age, 9 and 10 is okay. Ideally, I'd want it to be 10 at 16, so we know it's going to get better. But he's 6'4", he's fairly determined, and he's got jumping reach of 15. He is going to score a lot of headers at the back post. Acceleration 12, pace 11, natural fitness 12, jumping reach 15. Good starting physical attributes. Determination 17, I absolutely love that. Composure 9 isn't ideal. Concentration 7, decision 7, bravery 7, anticipation 6. Off the ball 10, work rate, if we can improve work rate and passing, we'll be in a good position. Dribbling 9, first touch 11, crossing 11, penalty taking 14, technique 12. He's got a chance of making it. I think Strawbridge has got a good chance of making it in the team. I do like the fact he's fairly determined. I like his fact his determination is very high in his attributes. I love his physical stats, a decent starting position for his playing position. And he's got good crossing and first touch. above 10 as a 16-year-old. So, yeah, there is potential there for Jensen Strawbridge. Goalkeeper. We got 2 goalkeepers in here again. George Downs, 1.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. George Downs, I mean, he's 5'10" and a jumping reach of 9 as a goalkeeper. He may grow and that may get better. Agility 12, bravery 14, that's good. Decisions 12, concentration 10, handling 14, kicking 13, reflexes 12, rushing out 14. Command of area 4, communications 9 isn't great, and anticipation 5 is dreadful. He'll get a contract because we need a flow of goalkeepers coming through. He'll get a contract, although he's temperamental. Short-tempered, media-friendly, confrontational, temperamental. I don't think I'm going to give him a contract. And the reason is because you have a goalkeeper here in Dean Cliff who's going to be better. So, because he's going to have a better current ability, I think. Well, same current ability, but a better potential. So maybe we get him in and we try and put him in our mentor group, which we'll touch on after we look at these players. But we will end on the very gifted Eric Klingspor. But we're going to do Lorenzo Cavaligione as the penultimate player. So we know it's going to end on Klingspor, then Cavaligione, which is a name I'm going to absolutely butcher time and time again. We'll do Phil Carney third last. So second, we'll go with Dean Cliff, and we'll start with Alan Kelly, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, striker, 1.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Finishing 12, technique 12, stamina 13, natural fitness 13, jumping reach 12, aggression 12. All good stuff. Passing 9, good. Positioning 9, no. Let's get you into your attacking position. Off the ball 5, decision 7, composure 7, anticipation 7. As a striker, target forward. I mean, he's 6 foot. Let's put an advanced forward on here. Lacking pace, lacking acceleration. It's a tough one, this. It's a tough one. He's got good starting attributes, but they don't really fit into a position anywhere. Concentration 4 is absolutely dreadful. That's absolutely woeful, that. That is awful. Low determination player as well. Maybe some mentoring could get him a bit more determined. It's not a good start for the elite talents. Finishing 12 I do like. Aggression 12 I like. Stamina, fitness and jumping reach is good. Technique is good. There's a few like 8 to 11 like attributes which are decent. Not sure. Not sure if he's going to make it. Alan Kelly. Right, next up we said Dean Cliff, the goalkeeper. Dean Cliff is a balanced, level-headed, promising goalkeeper. Now, a lot of you said in the comments, anything that starts with promising is generally quite good. It generally means their potential is going to be pretty good. So aerial reach 11, command of area 13, communication 10, eccentricity 5, like that. Handling 14, kicking 7, at one-on-ones 5, reflexes 14, that's great. Decisions 10, anticipation 7, positioning 6, determination 12, jumping reach 11, fitness 11, agility 12. Okay, so you've got some good big hitters in here. Handling, reflexes and agility, all doing good. Command of area and communication are very good for a 15-year-old. He will be getting a contract. I like the look of him. He's very good. Apparently, going to be better than Jan Petric. Could be just as good as Carlos Victoriano. We've got a good number of goalkeepers coming through, but I think Dean Cliff will be the one we keep for this one, and we probably won't give one to George Downs because of his temperamental attitude. He's same current ability, less sort of potential ability. So yeah, I'm not too sure we'll sign 2 goalkeepers from this group. Right, next up we said Phil Carney. Phil Carney, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential, attacking midfield left or striker. Phil Carney, balanced personality, media friendly, promising striker. So again, already there is a promising striker. Pace 12, acceleration 13, dribbling 13, free kick taking 12. They're the standout yellow attributes. And then you get into the others and you've got, well, we've got here, what we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attributes, 10 or 11. That is really good. And a lot of 9s just under that as well. So we've got decisions 9, composure 9, anticipation 8, finishing 9, first touch 9, passing 8, off the ball 11, determination 11, flair 10, teamwork 10. I don't even need to reel those off. That is a very good base for a player that has such high potential and is already 2 stars current ability. I quite like it. I do quite like it. Comes deep to get the ball from striker, may affect our system, though. We might try and train that out of him because I like my strikers to be sort of on the last man. I don't really want him coming too deep. Knocks ball past opponent. Yeah, he's got pace for that. So that is looking pretty good. I do like the look of that. Inverted wing. I mean, he could be an inverted winger. He could play as an inverted winger, which is interesting to see. But given it says promising striker, I think I'd rather try him up front, to be honest. Right, on to Lorenzo Calvigioni. Left back, centre back, can play right back, left wing back as well. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. He is a promising fullback, light-hearted personality, which isn't too bad. Unflappable in the media is really good. Lacks pace, really lacks pace. He's 6'6" with jumping reach 14. Get him at centre back. Jumping reach 14, fitness 12, aggression 16, bravery 13, decisions 14, determination 14, leadership 12, positioning we need to improve at 8, heading we need to improve, marking we need to improve, but tackling 12, technique 14. Yes, please. Come on down, Lorenzo Calvigioni. Now, if you want to take over Lorenzo Calvigioni, let me know down below. There's a couple of Patreons, I think, that still are owed a player because they're going to be released or they're going to be sold. I think John Carpenter is definitely one. But John, if you want to be the Belgian, Italian, English Lorenzo Calvigioni, centre-back, I can give him the name John Carpenter and it'll be much easier for me to say. But, yeah, I mean, he looks great. He looks really good. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. He looks really, really good already. A few things we need to train up, but generally, being tall in this year's Football Manager really helps. And I think, he looks great. He looks great. It says promising fullback, so we might keep training him up as a fullback, but I just feel like those attributes already lead himself to being a centre-back. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about every player. If there's someone that stands out that you think that I've written off, let me know. But let's go. And then we go to the very gifted Eric Klingspor, midfield centre, can play midfield right wing back, and attack midfield centre as well. Eric Klingspor, 1.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, very gifted, promising midfielder, balanced and media friendly up here, 5'8", 15 years old. He does look good, doesn't he? Stamina 14, pace 12, natural fitness 14, agility 12, bravery 12, anticipation 13, aggression 14, marking 12, tackling 12, work rate 14. I think he's got like ball-winning midfielder all over him in here. Get that teamwork up, get his positioning up a little bit. But aggression, anticipation, bravery, marking and tackling, he strikes me as a ball-winning midfielder all day. Oh, it does say in central midfield, ball-winning mid defender. So if we train it up to be a sort of like a holding midfielder, I think that would be really good. Yes, I'm happy with Eric Klingspor. I think that is really good. Yeah, it's a decent intake. It didn't start very well, but I feel like it's got better. Knocks ball past opponent. Not sure how much I want him to do that from central midfield. But, yeah, 2-footed as well. Love that. Fairly strong left, very strong right. At 15 years old, he looks like he is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy with Eric Klingspor. Another one that if you are a Patreon or a channel member and you want your name in the game, just let me know. You've got to sign up. I get occasional updates through emails to say I've got a new person or I need to go in and check, see if I've got a new person that's signed up to either Patreon or become a channel member. But if you do, you can join the list of people that support the channel a little bit more and you get your name in the game as long as you are a paying member of the channel, let's call it. It's not expected. It's very well received and I thank your generosity. But all the money I get goes straight back into the channel as well, whether it's buying a new light, a new camera stand, something to do with the PC, a game. It all goes into one pot, which I pay for stuff out of when it's around my YouTube channel. So, yeah. But Eric Klingspor looks pretty tasty at 15, to be honest. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, they are all very good. I like that. Good intake. It started poorly, got better. Very happy with that. I did say we had done a mentoring group, and we have, because we're desperately, as you can see, trying to get Carlos Victoriano off temperamental. We're trying to change him from temperamental to something better. Now, balanced would be better than temperamental, but ideally he will become fairly professional, fairly determined, or a leader. As you can see, this is what we're going with in here. So Graham Cox, Connor, John Leake, and Jan Petrick are all giving influence to the group. And then Victoriano, Maury, Joseph, and Alphakoff are all taking getting a significant amount from the group to see what's going on. Now, I'm quite tempted to take out, because I think that's a few too many people in here. So I think we do want to keep this one for just Carlos Victoriano. But I think what we're going to do is do that. We may even take out Jan Petric, although they are both goalkeepers, so that may help. Yeah, let's take out... Because I feel like if you have two professional ones in there, it's going to affect him more to be professional. Let's do that. Let's go like that. So that's for Victoriano. And then we'll just go the other group is what we're going to put on here. And what we'll do on here is add in the ones we just took out. I had too many in. I just feel like it was too many people in there. So I don't want to put Andrew Neeson in it because he's got a great personality. We want him to keep that for later. So Connor can definitely go in. We've got Connor. We've got Jan Petric. We want to go in with one as well. See, a leader, fairly determined and resolute, I think would be good ones. And then we want to add in a youngster. Resolute, spirited, balance. Let's check. We want to change Andrew Burgess. Oh no, hang on. What have I done here? Right. So age. Let's go Connor. We want to put in. Who did I have? I had Jan Petric in there for fairly determined, and Gareth Earl because resolute's a good one to have as well. And yeah, we want to put in Andrew Burgess in there. So what does this do? So significant effects in the group is Andrew Burgess. Then we've got average, significant. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like those two groups. And then once we've signed up the other youngsters from this intake, we'll get them in to their groups as well and see if it has an effect. So Victoriano is definitely one we're keeping an eye on. If we can change that personality, this could be absolutely wonderful, to be honest. It could be really, really good to have him around and keep that going because he's improving and we're not playing him yet. So 3 appearances, 7 conceded, 6.73. He's definitely got a good future about him. The other thing to touch on, just while I was reminded there about his values, our values are shooting up now that we're a Premier League team for the second season in a row. I mean, we have Andrew Neeson at 26 to 37 million, Crimson Moore at 25 to 29, Carlos Victoriano, our backup goalkeeper, at 15.5 to 19, Jan Petric 14 to 15, Alfakov 13 to 14.5. And these players aren't old; these are all young players with monstrous values, which is generally a good sign of their potential and things like that. So, yeah, it is looking pretty damn good at the moment, to be honest, where we're going. The under-21s, we'll have a quick look at the squad here. I think I touched on this last time, but we really don't have that many people that are not very good. Andreas Lukemi, you've now broken your leg. Cruciate ligament injury, so we will give you a new person as well. In fact, let's get rid of that now because I don't think this guy's going to progress. So let's remove that nickname, and Andreas Lukemi, let me know in the comment section if which player you want, and if I don't hear from you, I'll just give you your own one as well. But yeah, some very good potential ratings in there, and then the under-18s are looking very positive as well, with a couple of people we just signed up because of positional stuff and things that they had decent looking attributes, but most of these people that are just sort of 3-star will get released. I mean, yeah, he's got some good attributes there, Ben Jones, for a winger. Like, he's got the pace, he's got crossing, he's got dribbling. Again, he could be pretty useful, but balanced personality isn't the best. Anyway, that's enough of my ramblings for one episode. It's about half an hour I've been recording, so when I edit it up and slice it up, it'll be around 25 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one where we'll be doing the final bit of the second season in the Premier League. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers.